Lucero, and my speech is over whether or not pit bulls are a vicious breed. Did you know that pit bulls used to be named America's dog because of their love and devotion to their owners? In the 1900s, pit bulls were often known for being reliable and loyal dogs, as well as being gentle and good with children. Throughout history, pit bulls have constantly been called vicious or unfit for homes with children or other pets. But is this an issue within the breed itself, or did humans create this misconception? Due to pit bulls having very large physiology and their bad reputation, many people believe that they are a dangerous breed that should not be adopted. In the late 1900s, people used pit bulls for dog fights because of how big they were, causing them to be known as aggressive. Another reason people may think they are an aggressive breed is due to the amount of dog attacks that are documented on them. The reason that there are not as many reported attacks from other dog breeds is because there are simply not as many of them in comparison to the pit bull. When pit bulls became popular around 100 years ago, many people wanted them, causing backyard breeders to get out of hand. This resulted in many being thrown on the streets and put in shelters. According to Pisani, pit bulls and pit mixes compose approximately 90% of the homeless dog population. Just like any other dog, pit bulls were bred as a product of their environment. Originally, pit bulls were bred as working dogs. They did jobs such as search and rescue and were great family companions. Humans determine their status by either loving them in a family setting or placing them in dogfights, making them unhappy and mean. People that have pit bulls will more than likely say that it is the owner, not the dog, that causes their bad behavior. Oftentimes, when people buy a dog, they don't look up the best type for their lifestyle. If they just want any dog, they may go to the shelter and pick up the cutest one they see, unbeknownst of how to take care of it in the proper way. All dogs need to be trained, socialized, loved, and be owned by someone responsible. Bad behaviors can quickly begin with any dogs, or in this case, pit bulls. If people leave their dogs chained in the backyard, they don't play with them or give them love and attention they need, their dogs may become aggressive, hyper, or disobedient. Pit bulls are also an energetic breed, which means they require a lot of exercise and care in their early stages to become well-rounded dogs. More often than not, people miss this step, and this causes hyperactivity in the dog, which can result in bad behavior. For example, when people neglect their dogs by constantly leaving them alone, the dog can have separation anxiety, causing it to rip things up in the household. Another factor that is affecting this breed is that they are being banned from certain areas, which can cause owners to keep them in hiding, deny veterinary care, and time outdoors. By avoiding veterinary clinics, the dogs could possibly not get spayed or neutered, creating more dominant behaviors. In result, the aggravated dog behaves badly, giving them a bad reputation that they don't deserve. My final point is to show people how they can help this breed by becoming better known as the sweet dogs they can be. Cesar Millan has said that one way to help this breed is to educate others about them. For example, by letting people know that they were originally known as nanny dogs because they were so gentle and good with children. If people knew more about this breed, they would realize that their bad behavior is more often than not caused from bad ownership. One way to help these dogs is to properly take care of them. They are just like any other dog, which means they need to be loved, walked, and trained, as I mentioned earlier, on a daily basis. Another way to avoid aggression, and any breed for that matter, is to properly discipline them. By not hitting them, avoiding screaming at them, and not neglecting them, you can help create a better dog. The last way to help, according to Cesar Millan, is to work against breed-specific legislation. One way to do this is to sign petitions to allow pit bulls in any location. Currently, they are being banned from several states, and it's just not fair to the breed. Another way would be to go to meetings where communities gather and stand up for the breed with facts, stating that it isn't their fault if they have bad behavior, it's the owners. In conclusion, even though history has tried to make pit bulls out to be a bad breed, there are some major factors to consider, beginning with their owners. From an outsider's perspective, the pit bull may seem intimidating due to their physiques and their bad reputation. However, pit bulls have much more to offer than their reputation lets on. People's mistakes in caregiving have made these animals suffer. From being ignored in shelters because of their name, to people not realizing the proper way to raise them, they have been neglected for years, even being banned from complete cities or states. The only way to change the stigma surrounding these animals is to educate and make clear that they are loving creatures. Thank you.